Hello, and welcome back to the Grove with more Surviving Mars Green Planet. At the moment, we are waiting the final day or so that is required for our brand new research of service bots, which I am very much looking forward to. We're going to be going ahead and freeing up a whole stack of manpower on Mars, which is going to be very, very nice, as well as guaranteeing that we can get people through their services a little bit more efficiently, like our grocers, space bars, and whatever have you. So while we go ahead and wait for that, we're going to see about things. Now, it looks like we've just finished up with an idle deposit. Okay, so apparently we have finished up all the metals that are here. Okay, so what we have is what we've got for now. We may as well go ahead and dismantle this. Doesn't need to be there anymore. That seems easy enough. I believe, yeah, we're also going to be getting to the very end of our underground rare metals, and we'll have to do the same there too. So, with that in mind, where are our next best resources? Let's just check out our drone ability to reach. Okay, so we've got some deep metals that we could gain access to, but unfortunately that is, not quite researched for our tech there. We could potentially get access to these things. If we build up another dome, we might be able to man them. Either that or we could get our robots to do it. But that is for... Yeah, I think we also still have that tech that allows us to not have to worry about having workers there, so that should also be not too bad. But either way, it looks like we've researched another anomaly. Scanned another anomaly. And so let's see what's going on there. Alright, planetary projects and waste rock. Okay, let's skip through and see what that is. So it looks like unlocks seed vegetation, improves vegetation and cloud seeding, improves water, special projects accessible through the planetary view, and then what was the other? Waste rock liquefaction. Okay, so turns waste rock into concrete. Not bad, but not really necessary as it currently stands. So I think, I think maybe going for deep metal extraction is going to be more important than that. But for now, let's just stay there. Alright, so how is our current usage going? It looks like we are consuming 6 metals per day, as well as spending another almost 11 in maintenance. So that's 17. So that should mean we have, what? That's about 6... about 18 to maybe like 21 souls worth of materials at this current expenditure. Okay, so we should get some tech sorted out before now and then. Worst comes to worst, we can always see about trading, but I think we can avoid it. I think once we get access to another drone hub, maybe what we do is we try and send it slightly further out over here, and then between either our drones or potentially shuttles, if we research them, that might be another way that we can work that out too. Alright, new anomalies. Again, let's see, what have we got? We have another terraforming for melting the polar caps. Fair enough. We also have plasma cuttles, so rare metals extractor production is increased by 50%. Well, that's nice. As well as high-powered jets, so better cargo capacity for shuttles when we do go ahead and research those. Okay, well, you know what? For now, that's fine. We'll stay with what we've got. Let's make sure that we bring our little explorer home. Again, just in case something goes wrong, let's just make sure that he is close to our base. So let's send you back up over here. Let's see, that is a couple... Yeah, I don't think we have any more scanning we really need to do. Oh no. There we are. The last of the completely unexplored sectors is now queued up. Very nice. Okay. What was that sound? Oh, that was our shuttle. Okay, let's go ahead and land. That'll do. And you know what? That should actually have a couple of probes, so we can quickly zip through some of them and we'll see how that goes. Alright, let's make sure that we get that loaded up. We'll send off for some more money. Again, yeah, having a little bit of cash would not go astray. Alright, we've finished up over here as well. It looks like... oh, only unspecialized people were working there. Alright, well, either way, that's not too much of an issue. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Let's also go ahead and dismantle the electrical grid there. We don't need that hanging out anymore. And let's just be careful here and make sure we don't hit the life support. There we go. Okay, so now that we've done that, that'll get sorted out. A few more people can still go around and do some jobs. I think what we'll go for is... no, let's kick open the sanatorium. Yeah, we'll let a few more people work there. Everything else is pretty much at maximum capacity. I guess we... oh, that's right. We need to move our university. That's right. I was planning on doing that straight away, and I got a little sidetracked. Yeah, let's go ahead and put this into the main dome. We're about to have a whole heap of people who no longer need to do work, and we will no longer need the non-specialized individuals anymore. So we will educate them and make them work for us in some particular field. So, Martian University, let's go ahead and put this... you know, let's put this near the block of apartments. I think that seems reasonable enough. If we go next to the spacebar, they may not take their studies too seriously, so we'll make sure that we don't give them any unnecessary distractions. Alright, so then once we do that, we'll probably open up a couple of shifts. We've only got, yeah, an hour or two before they are out of work. So this will be quite interesting to see how this impacts our economy.
Complete.
Alright, research for the service bots is finished. What do we now want to replace into our queue? Alright, so I think Martian Festivals is a... do we care about the extra comfort? We were trying to fix up everything, but it looks like most of our needs are now being met. Yeah, they're all happy. A little bit of gaming and gambling, but again, we'll be able to fix that with a building here or there. Most people, yeah, not enough shopping, but again, that's going to change. Yeah, I don't think that we really need it all that much, so let's go ahead and maybe bump that off. Yeah, let's go with the Rover Dozer. That'll do. We'll then go for the drone hub. Let's also pick up the deep metals extraction. That's going to be important. And then what else do we desire? Part of me is really tempted to get a network node and chuck that in our science dome, but again, I'm not sure if it's necessary quite yet. Oh, you know what? An electronics factory wouldn't go badly either. Yeah, and we're going to have more workers, so I guess that does make a bit of sense. I don't think we need the machine parts right now. We're still out producing there. But we will need a lot of electronics, so especially if we're going for the Omega telescope. So let's go ahead and build that. Yeah, let's research that. In fact, we'll bump that up a notch or two. In fact, those rare metals... that's probably going to be more important than waiting, what, a week or two for that tech? So, yeah, let's make those the priority for now. And let's see how that goes. Luckily for us, all of these are nice and cheap, so it'll only take a few hours. Should make our life much, much better. Alright, so now that we have our bots, what have we got to do? Upgrade cost of 10 electronics. Oh, wow. Okay, so... I didn't realize it was going to be that expensive. I had an assumption that there would be some electronics involved, but nothing quite like that. So let's pick the best candidates. Realistically, relaxation, drinking, and social is pretty good. That would free up 6 extra workers. Let's see. What else could we go with? That's not what I wanted. Yeah, we could go ahead and work on the diner. That'd give dining, social, and food. Let's see. Yeah, anything that requires a specialty doesn't get that bonus. It's only in the basic buildings. I think we'll go... Yeah, all of these seem... Oh yeah, then we also have the diner here, which wouldn't be too bad either. Okay, so diner or space bar? Who can have more people go through? No, the space bar. Yep, this is... It does have the same amount of visitors at the same time. However, this is connected to all of the domes, so we're going to get a better return on investment there. Yeah, we do lose a little bit of performance if we do drop these people out, only by 11, but at the same time too, extra workers are always nice to have. So let's go ahead and we'll go for our first upgrade there. Definitely glad that we're working on the electronics sooner than later. In fact, let's go ahead and let's actually make that the priority now, knowing that we're going to need so much. Yeah, let's make sure that we get that up and running. That's probably advisable. Alright, let's see. Our rocket is almost ready to depart. So again, that'll be more money. Oh, right, and we also have some orbital probes which we should be using. Let's go ahead and deploy a couple. Let's go one over here, another one over there, here. Still not getting too much more, and then I'm trying to guess which one has the highest likelihood of an anomaly. 1% buildable area, 12%. We're going to go with the 12% because I would assume they wouldn't put it in inhospitable terrain. And it looks like that is not quite our luck. But either way, we're down to 4. That's very nice. Let's go ahead and we will queue up some of the previously scanned locations just to see if there's any extra deposits. Actually, no. Yeah, we'll see what's going on closer to us. Alright, but either way, that should be fine. Let's quickly make sure that we get this rocket away before the dust storm hits. That's in 3 days. It's only a regular one, so I think we'll be perfectly fine. Looks like our water tanks are being nicely refilled. Oxygen is also a non-issue. Let's see here. We have 11 days worth, and that's only growing. Okay, let's go ahead and... Oh, wait, we need a couple more resources. Hang on. Any moment, whenever those drones are ready, we will happily send that off. Alright, off you go, back to Earth. Hopefully we can get some money back. If not, it can just stay in space. We're not going to be increasing our colonists' number by any stretch at this stage. That's not quite what we need. But we will at some point, I am sure. Right now, I just want to have the extra money on hand. Alrighty-o. So, let's see. RC Transport, you're doing your thing. That's good. Let's see. How much can we fit in here? Capacity. Need another 250. I'm assuming the increasing is 2.2 per hour, but again, that's kind of hard to figure out how quickly that'll be working. So we'll leave that be. India was apparently offering polymers. No, sorry, they were asking for polymers and offering concrete, but again, that's not too big of a deal. We're doing well with our new little setup over here, and yeah, 500 should be more than enough for quite some time. Alright, yes, and at the end of the last episode, or thereabouts, we did go ahead and put in a couple more of these wind turbines, and I completely forgot about the polymer blades. So let's go ahead and do that now before I forget yet again. Yeah, need to make sure that we get all of those upgraded. Not that we need the power, but having excess power is always a good thing. Alright, so either way, here comes the electronics factory. Let's focus on building that. Let's see, production. Whereabouts are you? Okay, here we go. We want electronics. Okay, so is this outside the dome or inside a dome? It is inside. Okay, so then, if that's the case, let's pop this... Ah, dear, what do I do? You know what, at least if it's in the central dome, we're always going to have people available to access it. We could potentially chuck it in our research dome, but again, I kind of want to keep that as sciencey as possible and whatever keeps that happy. Whereas at least if we put this here, everyone can access it, and that'll guarantee that we have a good production of electronics. Yeah, okay, so there we go. We're going to go ahead and pop that in there. We also need to go ahead and open up a few positions for some of our university students. I think what we'll do here is we will... Yeah, we'll open... Oh, no, that's... Yeah, just turned on. That's fantastic. Let's see, what are we educating? A botanist, some engineers, some scientists, some officers. I think... Yeah, 4 more unemployed people will go. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That takes us to 9. And we have 10 positions available. I think what's the most important is probably not... let's see. Scientists aren't exactly the most important thing right now. As much as we do love having a good science ability, I think I would prefer maybe getting a couple more botanists. Make sure that we've got a decent food supply. Yeah, so we'll open that up. Make sure that we're producing more, but not at the expense of too much else. We also need a few more security officers. We may need them for keeping everybody safe, but also for maybe a little bit of, what shall we call it? Intercolonial shenanigans on Mars. So we'll go ahead and we'll leave them open. That should be another 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, another 5 officers. I think that's not too bad, but we'll leave it on automatic for now. Hopefully we should finish training over here. So yeah, that should be very good for our education system, and we can always tweak how many numbers that we really need in case we get too many students. So we'll just keep a careful eye on that, but that should be fine. That should be very nice. We've got a few people in the sanatorium. Yeah, scientists, alcoholics, lazy people. Yeah, all of the ones that need a little bit of CBT, that good old cognitive behavioral therapy. Or at least that's what I hope what's going on in there. Yeah, mostly humane. Ugh. Okay, you know what? Let's just turn a blind eye to that. We should be fine. Alright, either way, how else are we doing? Oh, we're down to very few electronics. Oh, of course, I didn't even consider the fact that we may need some there. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay. That is mild. No, well, actually, that's not mildly. That is concerning. Heck. I think what we're going to do is we're going to quickly go ahead and send off a large supply pod. I should have done better there. Let's send... We're going to send 15. That should be enough for our current... Actually, hang on a second. Before we do, let's just double check our numbers. We need another 2. We need at least another 5, and it may take a day for more production, so yeah, let's go for 15. I think 15 electronics is not unreasonable, but not costing us more than we need. Other than that, I don't think we need too much else. I do hate to waste most of a resupply pod, but again, these things are mainly for emergencies these days, like that. But once we have a nice surplus, I think we'll be safe. Let's go... Do we leave that there? I don't think we need any more prefabs for anything. No, they're just a lot of expensive things that we can figure out for ourselves these days. Yeah, I don't think any of this is going to be an issue whatsoever. No. Okay. Actually, you know what? It probably would have been mildly cheaper to buy an electronics factory, but either way, it's to no point now. Let's just go ahead and launch. Okay, at the very least, we are still producing some electronics here, so that should hopefully keep up for a little bit until this place is up and running. Make sure that we get that amplifier and the factory AI, which of course does cost us a couple of electronics, which I should have counted. But you know what, we put in a little bit of headroom anyway, so I think we'll be fine in the long run. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, we've got a few people working at the farm. I guess that's nice. But we should probably... yeah, let's make our security stations slightly higher priority if we may. We don't really need that many extra people working there. And I would rather... yeah, let's see. Everything else is about a medium. Yeah, no, that should be fine. Okay. So we'll sort that out. We've got the university there. We do have our school. We may need a second school, so depending what we may do
Sector scanned.
in
Research
the
complete.
future, we may end up getting rid of this university here since it won't be as beneficial. And we could chuck in a second school. We could theoretically do that. Do kids suffer from... oh, they do have sanity and comfort. Well rested. Okay, so I probably don't want to be doing night school. Mind you, that's only for a limited amount of time, so it could be worthwhile just opening this up just in case. Yeah, you know what, we'll leave that there. We might end up making another nursery or something like that, making one more of a child dome. Yeah, somewhere with a daycare dome. That's what I was trying to say. That's what I was thinking. Alright, so either way, let's see. Drone hub, metals, then some science and cost reduction. Let's go for after that and work our way towards... what do we need? Could go for extra drone capacity of their power just to give them a nice little buff there. That could be beneficial. Better storage, maybe some printing, but again, we're using a lot of electronics. Maybe we go... could work our way towards some shuttles. That wouldn't be the end of the world. In fact, we have talked about that a few times. Actually, you know what? Maybe we go for the water conservation system. Yeah, reducing the amount of water that is consumed in each dome is going to be rather nice. Guarantees that we're going to be able to refill our supply of water quite easily. Yeah, and then let's see, as we continue, we may need some more power. Let's maybe go ahead and add on the solar panels. Yeah, hypersensitive photovoltaics, that seems good for me. Yeah, everything else should be fine. So let's go ahead and close that for now. We should be alright. Alright, there's our funding. There are our electronics. They're about to arrive in a couple of hours. We are out, so hopefully that shouldn't be too bad. Oh, half a jolly electronic. That is disappointing, but alright. Yeah, I think we just go ahead and send this home. Yeah. We don't really want extra passengers right now. They're going to get stuck in space. So let's just go with a basic cargo rocket. And... oh, you know what? Maybe we build a dozer. 500 million. Hang on a second. We can produce them out here. So let's see. Yeah, various dozer types. Okay, so this would cost us electronics that we don't really have. You know what? For the amount of money that it is, it's not the worst, and this would help us with a few little projects around. So you know what? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a special order with our cargo rocket. Let's just take the dozer. Yes, it's $500 million, which is kind of expensive. Oh, wait, $500 million. Hang on. For 10 electronics, that's 10 metals. If we were to sell them, that'd be 350 million. Is it really worth it? $500 million? I don't think so. No, that's, no, we're just gonna launch. I don't think that is worth it. No, let's go. Yeah, no, we can build one on our own time. Yes, it may take us a little bit to quickly finish up with our electronics factory, but again, it's, yeah, the important thing is that it gets done at some point, and not at the expense of the rest of our economy. Alright, quickly, hurry up now, little guys. We need you to clear the landing pad. Our rocket will need it at some point, and we definitely want those electronics to build our factory. There we go, come on. We're almost there. Okay, so let's go ahead and... We have 15. I think it's worth it to go ahead and just pay for these upgrades straight away. A little bit of power and a little bit of more electronics should be fine. Yeah, polymers, few machine parts, sure. Easily sorted. And then because this is probably the more efficient version, let's shut down our small electronics factory. Let's make sure that this is the most important thing. Let's go for specialists only. Let's kick that up a priority. And then this can go down to medium for now. And hopefully... What shift are we in the middle of? Let's see, hour 10. So we're not quite at 14 hours. So let's go ahead and drop this shift entirely. Yeah, and then we'll turn this off afterwards. Yeah, in fact, no, we're barely producing anything. Let's just shut it down. That's fine. Let's get rid of that. We don't need the small one anymore. Let's go ahead and dismantle it. We'll get back a little bit of... Yeah, get back a couple of electronics and things, sure. But that does free up some more space, so I think that's worth it in the long run. Yeah. Now that we've got this up and running, we're already at almost 4, and that's before either of these upgrades, so this is definitely going to be the far superior way of producing electronics. Very, very good. Alright, so let's see. Now that means we'll have our universal depot. Let's make sure that we have some... let's see, do we go electronics? No, we need rare metals. There we go. That way we'll always have access nearby for our factory. Make sure that that is working out well. There is our drone hub as well, which is very nice. Again, demanding more electronics, but right now it's not the biggest issue. Let's work on... What do we want? Do we go for some more drone optimization? I'm really tempted. There's a few things that look rather good, but it's kind of tough to figure out what we need. Right now, we can at least ignore the storage. We don't really need that right now, nor for what we need to do with our waste rock. Tempted to go for behavioral melding. That would be good as we're using the sanatorium quite a bit. We could pick up those decorations again, or maybe... security officers and medics. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and add that on in. Let's make sure that all of our specialties are working as best as they possibly can. Yeah, that is going to be good for us. Alright, so we've got that up and running. Looks like... Yeah, if we can get our electronics sorted, which I think we can safely say that we have, we're now producing 10 per day. Oh, yeah, that is absolutely great news. Yeah, that is such fantastic news. Okay, well with that, I think we can go ahead and pick up some more expansions to some of our, what do you call it, the robots. Let's go for, whereabouts are we? We have a diner, we're actively at 61, that would save us 3. The question is that really the best thing for us to free up the most amount of people? Let's see, what's over here? Okay, security station, that's the issue. Alright, let's make sure that all of our security stations are set to high with their only specialists allowed. Yeah, I think that is good enough as it stands. And then let's see, who else could we really fix things up for? Okay, I guess maybe the diner here, that would free up the most manpower. Service comfort will also increase, which is rather nice. Either that or we go for... whereabouts? Basic grocer? A diner? You know what? Actually, I think what we do here is, yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll upgrade this diner. This gives us a few more people in this dome, so they should hopefully start working in the water reclamation system. We'll have somebody working at the farm, which is concerning that no one is there right now. I'm not liking the look of this. Oh, we have too many jobs open over here, and so we've kicked out a whole bunch of people from our small parts factory as well. Okay, let's go ahead and set that back up to high. I think we may need to put a limit on here. Let's get at least... how many people? 4 more people. Okay, so let's go ahead and kick out them for now. Yeah, we're still producing more than we currently had. That should be okay, but that should mean that they'll go back to the electronics, the small machine parts factory. That should also mean we can... what do we need? Either way, we'll figure it out, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah, they'll sort themselves out. As long as somebody is here. Let's make sure that it's a high priority. Just make sure that we are at least getting a few people through, otherwise we may need to shut down the Martian University. It's not something we really want to do, but it may be necessary. Yeah, we're about to get a graduate. Oh, well, close to it. Oh, you know what? We're almost... okay, you know what? I have a solution here. We'll wait for the next graduate to finish up here. Make sure that we close down the this as we go, just to make sure that we do get people working where they need to. Yep, we've got a couple of botanists back. Okay, the farm is not going to fail. That is the main thing for me. And that should happily keep our food up and rolling. So you know what? We'll call it there. Yeah, made some really good progress on our science today. In fact, we'll probably start doing some outsourcing in the next one, or I don't know, we'll figure something out, but either way, we are doing well nonetheless. So if you do want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.